Alright, well, she's running. We do have a small vacuum leak in the bottom of the injectors. Just gotta shim those spacers.
Yeah, that's no problem.
We gotta put coolant in it. And yeah, then we'll get on with tuning it a little bit more. We'll keep you guys posted.
What's going on, everybody? So we just dropped Dylan's LS engine off at the shop to get washed in the hot washer. We just dropped off the block, the pistons, and the crank for now, and we just stopped to get some food over at Sonic. So we got to go back in like an hour, swap it out for the heads and the mains, I believe, whatever else we have left in the truck to get cleaned.
Valves,
and then,
mains.
Yeah, valves and everything. And then we're gonna bring that back up to the shop, put it back on the engine stand, and get ready to start reassembling it. But on our way over there, Dylan's truck decided that it didn't like us anymore, and the right front caliper decided to just catch itself on fire. No big deal. So we're gonna have to go to Advanced, pick up a caliper and a hose, and we're probably gonna have to change that out before we even get back up to the shop. So it might be a little while before we get up there, but we'll get back to you guys whenever we get up there. All right, guys. So we got the heads and the block and everything in the hot washer, and after that we just kind of took them out and brought them over to like the regular parts washer and just kind of did them by hand a little bit too. Got them extra clean, made sure I got in all the ports and under here and everything, all nice and clean. And now those are done, ready to go back on the engine, which is in the back of the truck. Come over here. The truck that was on fire before. There's the engine. Dylan is over here fixing it because it has to go home. So, the caliper or the hose, which one was it?
It's the hose, but I'm changing the caliper because they had it. And I know if I don't change it, it's going to go bad in 3 weeks. So,
yeah. So
we're just going to change it while we're here.
Yeah, we're just going to get it done and not have to worry about it until the next one goes bad, which will probably be in like a month. So, we'll be doing this again soon. Well, unfortunately the truck took a little longer than expected, so we won't be able to get up to the shop today. But we're going to get up there tomorrow. We're going to get the engine back on the engine stand, and we're going to start rebuilding it like I said before. But today we just ran out of time. The front brakes were just not cooperating with us, so we really need to get that done first. It was way more important. We weren't going to be able to get home. When we pulled it in the shop, the brakes were literally smoking. So we'll cut back tomorrow. We will get the engine back on the engine stand, start rebuilding it, and everything should go smoothly after that. So, cut to tomorrow. We'll see you guys there. All right, guys. So it's the next day. Me and Dylan are up at the shop. Yesterday we were down at another shop getting the engine cleaned, and I told you we ran out of time. We were fixing the truck. We had to fix the brake caliper. That's all good. But we're up here today, and we're going to take the engine out of the truck. We're going to put it back on the engine stand over here. And I'm going to do a little tinkering with this too. I bought a cool little vent gauge pod thing. It's like a little thing that just clicks in there. So I'm going to take it apart and just kind of like mock it up for now. I don't have the gauge yet. I have to order it, but I'm just going to, do something while I'm still waiting on an ECU. But the most of this is going to be taking his engine out right now and sticking it back on the stand. So we'll get back to you guys in a minute. All right, guys. So we got the engine back on the engine stand, as you can see right here. We started cleaning everything out. We were cleaning the holes out for the pistons. We're getting ready to throw the crank in it. And I finished up this little gauge pod thing. Came out pretty good. Looks nice. Great. And while we were sitting here cleaning everything, I got a phone call saying that my ECU finally came in and it's at Tri-State. So we are going to pick that up right now. And then we're coming back. We're going to throw it in. We're going to try to put a tune on it. We're going to see what happens. We're going to do a little more cleaning on his engine. And then we're going to see where it goes from there. Maybe it'll be a first fire day. Maybe it won't. I don't really know. We did a lot to this car without really knowing. We did a whole fuel system. We did a whole turbo kit without being able to start it. So we're going to see what it's going to do. But you ready to go?
Let's go.
All right, we just got back to the shop. Here's everything picked up. Finally got my K-Pro I've been waiting for. The jumper harness to go with it. Jumps to 0506 RSX because it is different, and the O2 sensor for a 2002-2004 Type S. Need that too. So, oh, also, before I forget. Okay. This is the Odyssey PC 680 battery. It's really tiny, as you can see. So if I can get it out of the box with one hand. Nope, too heavy. So, that's the battery I got for it, because the amount of room that I have in here is actually very small. Kind of fit like right here. A regular size battery doesn't fit anymore. But first thing I'm going to do is jack the car up, get under it, throw the O2 sensor in it, plug the ECU in. I think we're going to use the old battery for now, just to get it running and started. But when we go to take the first drive, if it goes on its first drive, we're going to throw the small battery in it, make a little tray for it, and we'll be on our way. So I'm going to get everything all bolted in there, everything plugged in, and we're going to see how it goes.
Well, Rocky just jacked the car up, put the O2 sensor in, plugged it in. He, while he was under there, snugged up all the other bungs that we're not using yet. We're still waiting for the gauge that he ordered to go in that bung there for the O2 wideband reading. But we're using the factory wideband that goes to the computer for now. And now we're got the pride and glory right here.
There we go. You want to hand me that adapter harness?
Adapter harness.
Thank you. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to turn that off for now so we don't kill too much battery. Alright, so here's where we start. If you want to start, you know what, we'll start over here. Simple enough. I have a different map sensor. I have a K-Tune 4-bar. hondata 4-bar, it's all the same, it's 4-bar. Simple enough, click replacement map sensor. Boom, choose 4-bar, you're in there. Let's go over to fuel injectors up top over here. You enter in the injector size. Mine's a 1050cc. And then these dead time numbers over here, you get off the website of the injectors that you purchased. They all have a dead time thing. You choose that and you're good. Everything other than that, rev limits, throttle. So now we're going to go into throttle and we're going to read the TPS, right? So now we're going to connect. We're going to have to scale our TPS. I already know that. So where are we at on TPS? -5. So I'm going to have to scale that a little bit. That's just easily loosening up and changing it. And then you floor it and we'll get the maximum reading.
I'm going to floor it?
No, because I'm going to set 0 first. And
okay.
then we'll come back and we'll do that. So let's do that real quick. I'll come back in here and 2 or 3 other things I'm going to change. And then we're going to do a little crank to feed the turbo some oil. And then we're going to do a fire up. Ready?
Been ready.
Let's do it.
So right now, Rocky's scaling the TPS to true 0.
That's close to 0. You actually kind of want it at, I think it's 2. Because you never
Positive
really,
2?
Yeah, you never really want it at 0. They say, like, it's 2 or 3, I think.
I think you just wanted something in the positives, but low.
Yeah, because you want, like, you know, you don't want it to be 0. You want a little bit out of it. Let's see if we go the other way. Just probably loosen this a little more.
So what he's doing is just, there's a little play in the TPS, so you just loosen the screws up there and just adjust it either way. You keep resetting it and see which way the numbers go, and it'll tell you which way to turn it.
Not doing anything really. Let's see. I have to make some big adjustments here. We're all the way at the end of this adjustment for the most part. Let's swap here. So if we're at -1 right now, read that again, -0.2. And we go wide open and we go to the one under it and we read 98.7. So that's
perfect.
Yeah, so that's about 0.2. Again, just in case, 98.3, whatever. Close, read again. Perfect. So we can save that. That's that. And everything else, I believe we should be good.
Yeah, we already put in our injector size, dead times, map sensor. Everything else should be pretty stock. We're running stock cam, stock compression.
How do I register you? Okay, there we go. Update register K-Pro. Interesting.
So what's it asking you to do? Register it?
Yeah. Well,
maybe for warranty purposes or something?
I don't know. don't know, it's been a long time since I've had one of these. VIN. Want to read me off the VIN?
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so we just needed internet to register the K-Pro since it's brand new to Hondata. We uploaded the tune to the ECU.
Yep.
Anything else we need to do?
I think that's it. So let me just go through everything real quick. Map is good, miscellaneous. So
We can turn off secondary O2s.
purge system disabled. Upload that again. Oh no, wait, I need that unclicked. Never mind. Countershaft driven speed sensors good, ELD enabled. Closed loop we're going to go into. Built-in wideband disable secondary oxygen sensor.
Yes.
Heater, that's off. Open loop disabled. Flex fuel we're not going to touch right now. Fuel compensation we're not touching. It's just fuel injectors. Where's idle at? Idle 850, we'll leave it there for now. We can always change stuff later. Alright, so I'm going to give it a crank just to, you know, get some oil flowing through her.
Yeah, just crank it. We're not.
how
The
we're
fuel
looking
injectors are unplugged, so it's not going to start.
Nope.
We're just getting oil pressure to feed the turbo. Check fuel pressure real quick. Turn the key again. 43.5. Yeah, so as you can see, we disconnected the fuel injector clips just so we can get oil pressure because we don't want to start the turbo dry. So it should all be primed now. And once he triple checks everything on the ECU, we'll plug in the fuel injectors and we'll give you guys a first start. Rocky just plugged in the fuel injectors. We primed it one more time. We confirmed we have oil pressure. And now it's the do or die moment. We'll see what happens. No, it's kind of far away.
Something bad decides to happen. Re-crank it.
It was going. The turbo's spinning. Rich.
Woo!
Dead rich, right?
It started.
It's
Yeah,
dead rich.
Dead rich. 10-0. Smell it? Nothing leaking though, right?
I didn't look under it, but
No, but I mean like from fuel.
no, we already checked the fuel. Feels good.
Alright. Let's play around a little here.
Well, it runs. Alright, well, she's running. We do have a small vacuum leak in the bottom of the injectors. Just gotta shim those spacers.
Yeah, that's no problem.
We gotta put coolant in it. And yeah, then we'll get on with tuning it a little bit more. We'll keep you guys posted.
Alright, so all in all, a successful day. We took it on its first drive. It actually did really well. It came into boost, what did it make, like 8 pounds?
8 pounds.
8 pounds. So, but we do still have a vacuum leak from these two injectors. We just tried again to seal them up. We're gonna wait a little bit. We're gonna start it again. It's still a little hot. We had an oil leak from the feed line, so we fixed that too. And we're gonna give it one last start for the night. And then we're probably
mounted
gonna
the
get out of
battery.
here. Yeah, we mounted the battery. Temporary.
Temporarily,
I don't think it's gonna
maybe
stay
maybe permanent.
like that.
We got this extra spring.
Yeah, extra.
We don't know where it came from.
Yeah, we don't need that.
But we probably don't need it.
So, the blow-off valve we were having problems with too. It wasn't opening. The turbo was like back fluttering.
Yeah, that's where the spring came from.
Yeah. So, we'll give it one more try and we'll see how it goes. Well, turns out the spring wasn't extra. Good job. Yeah. So we're just gonna give it one more try just to make sure it works with everything back in it. I tightened down the spring a little bit so it should hold back the boost. Shouldn't open by itself. Put these nice washers
engine
we
dressing
found.
kits.
Yeah. So give it one more and then that's it. Let's see how this goes.
Let's see if this works now. That's how it works. That's definitely not how you're supposed to turn off your turbo, but you know.
Car stalled, it wasn't my fault. Still got a little bit of tuning out to do. That's it.
But it works.
Finally.
Pretty sure we fixed the vacuum leak. We're gonna bring the smoke tester next time and test it out. The blow-off valve's fixed. Pretty sure we got this oil leak fixed. Yeah, the battery's temporarily in there. Maybe we'll figure out a better way to hold it. But it fits in there pretty nice. And that's really it.
We're gonna get out of here because it's time to go.
Until next time, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your sister, tell your mother, tell your aunt,
Abracadabra, Holmes.
tell your neighbor. Peace.